Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Making sure the microphone is upright, everything's good. Okay, looks like everything is copacetic. First of all, good morning, good afternoon, good night to you. Hopefully everyone's doing well, everything's going good. They had some good food, something nice and warm in your belly. Everybody feeling good, got your bang diggity bang diggity bang 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 bang. Now listen, when it comes to Laila Ali, respect the legacy. Need to be a little bit of mentor energy going on around here in these boxing streets, huh? It's what they need. Certain people need some mentor energy. Let's be for real. Boxing today is missing something money can't buy. Money can't buy. Called mentorship. Everyone wants the bag. Everyone talking about the bag. Everybody talking about the Wu-Tang cream, the cha-ching ching, the count, the green, count, the green. Get out of here with that bullshit. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. Nah. Everybody about to go viral. Everybody wants to go viral. But who's teaching these fighters how to carry greatness once they get it? That's a serious problem. Get the money, turn stupid. A good mentor helps you navigate the chaos before it consumes you, before you lose your fan base. You lose your supporters and ultimately lose your damn mind and your titles. They remind you that fame is temporary, but character is forever. They teach you to fight for legacy, not for likes on YouTube, not for people to say nice things in your comments, not for views, not for subscriptions. That ain't what you fighting for. Not for social media. You're fighting for legacy. In boxing, mentorship is the invisible armor. Everybody, no matter what it is you're doing in life, a mentor is essential. An effective mentor. It's what keeps people, and in particular with boxing, keeps fighters from falling apart. Especially after a loss. Even if the loss didn't happen inside the ring. Sometimes you can get a standing eight count and then get knocked out. And somebody never put a glove on your ass. Helps you with being in bad headlines. Or a mistake that could have been avoided with wisdom. Laila Ali, who grew up watching the most mentally strong athlete in history, knows that kind of wisdom personally. You know, having Laila Ali as a mentor would be like having a compass in a storm. She's been through pressure. She's dealt with expectations. She's dealt with judgment. She's Muhammad Ali's daughter. And she still came out undefeated. Still did the business, even while learning on the job, was looking fantastic. And that's not luck, that's composure. Because you need to have composure when you're being trained by great trainers like the Mayweathers and Freddie Roach. Because they have very high standards. And when you walk in there, they don't care what your last name is. You there to learn. You either going to work or you got to get out. Laila Ali chose to work. So you talk about the pressures that Laila Ali must have endured and felt throughout her career, even now. Even now, she's trying to chill out. She retired. Got family at home. Got the kids. And she still got people out here trying to bring her down, disrupt her rhythm outside the ring, disrupt her happiness. So you tell me what pressure is, what expectation is. And then I'll tell you how to deal with that, with the Ali character that Laila Ali has been shown. And you know what? Maybe she does have a little bit of that Muhammad Ali DNA. Maybe the DNA is there. Because he sure as hell had to show some composure, didn't he? Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted at all. When Laila Ali walks into a room, matter of fact, anywhere she walks, especially if she gets recognized, she carries the weight of 2 legacies. Matter of fact, it doesn't even matter to recognize it. She carries that. The weight of 2 legacies. Her own and her father's. Let me tell you something. That kind of pressure alone could break most people. But instead of cracking, she turned the pressure into purpose. That's the kind of mentorship young fighters desperately need. They need someone like that in their corner. Because when they're going through what they're going through and they think, man, can't get any worse than this, she's going to be like, easy. Hey, yo, Mick Nicholas, like Hood Champion says, hey, yo, hold your horses and stop taking it to the stupid. You can't be a snow cone. Them big, strong shoulders supposed to carry the most weight. And trust me, I know. Because Laila Ali will tell you, been there, done that, still going through it. Mentorship matters beyond the ring. A fighter without a mentor is like a ship without a rudder. Full of power, no direction. Just all over the place. Just like a goddamn scrambled egg. A fighter without a mentor is like a ship without a rudder. Full of power. Full of mouth. No direction. It's all over the damn place. A mentor doesn't fight for you, but they make sure you don't fight the wrong battles. Fight wrong battles being fought. Can't be outside the ring trying to be gangster. Can't be outside the ring insulting your fans. Going out there on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, wherever, Walmart, the grocery store, elementary schools. What your mama say about me? Nah, you can't do that. You can't do that. Fighting the wrong battles. Laila Ali would teach young boxers how to move in silence and let their work speak. She'd show them how to face criticism without needing to clap back at every troll on social media, so much so to where you become the troll. And nobody sees you for your greatness. They look at you and see a troll. Holiday time, they see an Ebenezer Scrooge. Bah humbug. Get that mistletoe up out of here. Buddy playing these kissing games with that troll. That lesson alone is worth more than any belt. The belts don't matter. Trophies don't matter. Awards don't matter. Trust me. It's cool to get them. It's cool to have an I love me wall. It's cool to have so much shit that your I love me wall, you got to take half of that stuff because you can't put it in that I love me wall and you got to go and pack it up in totes and put it up in your damn garage or up in your attic or out in your shed. The extended storage because you have so much. But at the end of the day, once it's over, it's over. People are going to remember you for what you brought to the table, how you treated people, how you conducted yourself. Nobody going to give a shit about your accolades. What you going to be, 60 years old, walking around with your belts and this and that, and if you happen to go to the Olympics, your medals and this, and hey, look at me, you 70 years old, you got an oxygen tank and shit. You still talking about that? Get out of here with that bullshit, man. We just have to face it. Boxing isn't just physical anymore. It's emotional warfare between the online hate, which is these people out here are rough, boy. The media pressure and promotional politics, the mental game might be harder than the fight itself. We've seen fighters get in that ring and cry. From a win, from a loss. Some don't even make it to the ring and they're out there crying. Shit's rough. They talk about mental health. And a lot of people are talking about, especially the last 4 or 5 years. It's real, been going on forever, but now it's been brought to the limelight and more people are speaking out about it. I just think Laila's experience balancing all that pressure while maintaining grace elegance, and strength is a masterclass in professionalism. Professionalism. She lived and proved that you can be fierce without being reckless, confident without being cocky. If Laila were mentoring fighters today, and they would shut up and listen, quit worrying about who's so pretty, who's light-skinned, who's got long natural hair. Women's boxing would have more structure. Who eating the cake? We'll have role models who set an example instead of just chasing headlines. Headlines, message, headlines. Nobody give a shit about that. That's why a mentor is extremely important. Role models setting examples. Not worried about headlines. Not worried about having your name and going viral and your profile exploding and I'm blowing up like the World Trade, born sinner, opposite of a winner. Used to win. Remember when you ate what for dinner? Sardines, sardines. Nobody cares about all that. That's why you got to understand the mentee's role. Mentors need mentees, mentees need mentors. This is why you can't challenge the hand that feeds you. Somebody trying to impart wisdom to you. I don't care what you think you know. Shut up. Even us, me, I'm an adult, 50 years old. I ain't going to sit there and read my resume to you, but what I would tell you is I have 4 sons. I've been retired for 7 years. I never have to work another day in my life, and my lifestyle does not change. My lifestyle gets better every year because, like Mayweather, I hate to say this, but smart investments. Just being smart. But even when I'm talking to my sons, or I go only twice a month, I substitute teach, right? Just twice a month. I go to elementary school because I have sons in elementary, junior high, and one in high school. But I go to the elementary to hang out with my little man. And even when I'm there, you got little kids that will come to you and try to tell you, hey, you know how to add 2 plus 2? Or we're doing double digit or triple digit adding. Did you know if you add 25 plus 25, you just add the 20 and the 20, then you get 40, then 5 and 5 is 10, and 20, and the 40 plus 10 gives you 50. And you know what? You know what I do? I shut up, I let them talk, and I act like I had no idea. And it makes those little champions feel great. We had something, man, that I learned, man, when I was in the military. You know what we call it? We used to call it the know what you know, don't show what you know. Because when you're the person that want to come out there and show what you know, you're the one that people are going to dislike, and you're going to get all the fucking work. The bullshit assignments. Because no one wants a fucking know-it-all. No one wants somebody who won't shut up. That's a fact. I remember being up in meetings, chilling. I'm talking about some serious ass, big time, people with power. All of us in there have power, but people with more power than me. But all of us in that room, serious as power. We come walking on the hall, everybody get uneasy. They're like, holy shit, people start scattering. They see all that rank and shit. And then when the big dog come in there, and we're talking, there's always that one who won't shut up. And everybody just kind of looking at each other. And that's the person who gets screwed. Or people don't really want to deal with them that much unless they have to. And that's why I just think we need to really understand the other side. We need to understand the mentee. Sometimes you got to shut up, the student. And in boxing, that's going to be the rising fighter who's hungry for success. There's one rule that's timeless. You can't learn from someone you're trying to outshine. It's just like with me in there with them little kids. I go, sometimes I'll substitute for the dual language classes where 90% of kids speak only Spanish. And I'm up in there with them. And I speak enough Spanish to survive, you know. And plus, you got a couple of kids who speak English and Spanish, and, you know, if I get hung up, all they do is laugh at me. I laugh too. We be in there clowning. I got a sense of humor. My sense of humor don't stop, especially when I'm with them kids. We be in there joking our asses off. But then I'll get one, be like, hey, how you say this? You know, como se dice, blah, blah, blah. And they tell me, I say, oh, I got my phone. I don't like pulling my phone up. We sit there and we talk. But I learn from them little kids. You telling me that as an adult, if I have it with who I am, which y'all don't know, if I can shut up with the status that I have, and I can be around people with the status they have, and they can shut up when a little 6, 7, 8-year-old is talking to them, you're telling me you can't shut up when an adult, someone who's been where you going, is trying to impart wisdom? Nah, you want to try to outshine them. You want to bling bling every time I come around. You want to shine. Look at me. Lottie-dottie. Lottie-dottie. You want the big chains. You want the flash. You want to look at me. You want that loud shit. And that's how people going to receive you, as noise. Can't try to outshine a person who's trying to teach you something. That's the biggest issue we see today. Instead of seeking guidance, young boxers want to prove themselves by calling out legends. Legends call out. They see respect as weakness when it's actually strength. If a female boxer ever had a chance to work under Laila Ali, even for one conversation, that moment could be life-changing. Especially if out of everything she told you, maybe Laila Ali may have told somebody something about branding. Branding. Importance of your brand. And maybe that person, you know, is today, right now, all they do is talk about my brand, my brand, my brand. Just maybe somebody had a chance to work underneath Laila Ali, communicate with her for long enough to at least pick that up. And you know what? They're finally listening and it's working a little bit. So imagine if you have boxers that's seeking that guidance more instead of trying to prove themselves by calling out legends. Respect is not weakness, it's strength. You work with Laila Ali or under Laila Ali, the moment could be life-changing. But you got to be humble enough to listen. Same way I can go in there with them little kids, them little buckaroos, and I can shut up and listen to them little ones. You got to be able to let your guard down mentally, not just physically, you know what I'm saying? When you start challenging a mentor for their position, you're telling the world you value ego over education. And once that happens, there's no going back. There's no going back. This ain't California. The industry remembers disrespect like it's written in stone. Everybody sees it. Everybody remembers it. They may not say nothing to you, but when you come around, you better believe they're going to be them whispers. You know, so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so and so. And that's especially true when it comes to the Ali family. You don't use the name Ali for clout. That's boxing royalty. You don't compare yourself to it. You learn from it. When a fighter crosses that line, the fans feel it, the promoters see it, the legends lose respect. Mentorship only works when there's mutual honor, no competition. That's where sometimes not even an apology is enough. The Ali blueprint, from Muhammad's spirit to Laila's grace. Something we need to understand. Muhammad Ali wasn't just a champion. He was a movement, man. He was a man who stood for what he believed in, even when the world turned against him. He lost everything at one point, his license, titles, income, because he refused to betray his convictions. That's the definition of moral courage. This is who I am. This is what I believe. Ali didn't try to look like something he wasn't. This is the way God made me. These are my beliefs. And I don't worry about what you think about me. his skin color back then, that was a bit of an issue, a point of contention during that time, wasn't it? You see Ali trying to worry about his color, worry about his hair texture. He wasn't out here trying to come and look a kind of way for anybody, was he? Message! Let me tell you something. Laila inherited that spirit, but she expressed it differently. She didn't need to shout. She didn't need to rebel. Times are different. You know what I'm saying? Times are way different, man. But she did refine the Ali energy into elegance and focus because Pops did the work. So many people that came before her did the work. And there's still work to do. Having her as a mentor would mean inheriting generational wisdom that no training camp could ever provide. She could teach the mindset behind greatness, not just the mechanics. And imagine the stories she could share, the little lessons from her father that the world never saw. The way Muhammad trained, the way he prayed, the way he used his words to shape the fight before the first bell even rang. The different struggles and things he had to deal with that he overcame that the world would never know because those are things that were contained. Those aren't things you can't Google, people. You can't Google it. Those are the things passed through legacy and, through mentorship. That's why respecting the Ali name it's not optional. Like that's just not an option. That shit is sacred, man. And that's why a lot of people have an issue. And boxing today with with how that Ali's name was handled. Not handled with love, with care, and treated as delicate as what it is. Nope, they just grabbed it, crumpled it up, balled it up, dropped it, kicked it like an animal. Respect, discipline, legacy, the heart of a champion. To disrespect the Ali family for clout is one of the most short-sighted things a fighter could ever do because they want that cha-ching, cha-ching, woo-ten cream, count the green. Everybody who was involved and may be involved ever with trying to push this short-sighted financial goal of a fight with Laila Ali, to line your pockets, you would be seen by many boxing fans as trash. And that's a fact. Go make money some other way. Leave the Ali name alone. Any and everyone around, any individual or individuals, got to pluralize in here, that want to come out here with your short-sighted financial goals and try to pick a fight with Laila Ali and disrespect the Ali name, you are seen by many boxing fans as trash. It's like walking into a temple and trying to graffiti your name next to the saints. You might get attention. You'll get attention. Wrong kind of attention. You'll lose respect forever. Forever. Ever. The Ali name stands for humanity, humility, for heroism. To use it as a marketing tool to get a fight or make money, it's a disgrace to boxing's history. But those who approach the name with reverence, they gain access to the real blueprint of greatness. Laila Ali isn't just a retired fighter, she's an institution, man. She understands the pressure, the politics, the media narratives, the expectations, the loneliness that comes with fame, being a woman. She understands. She's been there, done that. What greater pressure can a fighter face than what she faced? Man, she could really teach young fighters how to stay grounded through it all, but some won't shut their mouths. And it's not just women who can benefit, male fighters, they can learn a lot from how Laila handled her career, even how she handled the bullshit drama right now. No scandals, no chaos, no ego trips, no cussing, no nastiness, no eye pokes. Just excellence and consistency. And knowing when to speak up and exactly what to say. That's what mentorship does. It replaces confusion with clarity. And them 2 videos that she dropped cleared up the confusion, didn't it? It teaches you when to speak and when to let silence make the point for you. Silence is one of the most deadly weapons. But not everybody knows anything about that. So the legacy that lives on, let me tell you something. The Ali legacy is a reminder that greatness isn't just about who you beat. It's about what you represent. Mentorship is how that greatness multiplies across generations. If young fighters today humble themselves long enough to build that bridge with Laila Ali, the entire sport would benefit. And if you had the opportunity to build that bridge, and you stuck to it and you listened and didn't try to outdo the mentor and make it a competition, anyone who's having success right now will be having probably 100 times more success. But when you burn the bridge, the sport doesn't benefit and your success will be short-term. And there will be no trust between you and the fans. Women's boxing would have stronger representation with Laila Ali and all of her mentees. Fans would see unity instead of ego, E-G-O. And the next generation will grow up respecting both talent and tradition. The mentee's job isn't to become a copy of the mentor, it's to carry the values forward, to evolve the legacy, not erase it. What kind of madness is that? Want to erase the legacy, to try anyway. That's what you Tom Cruise. It's Mission Impossible. Shit was never gonna happen, and that's what Laila Ali offers: the chance to learn not just how to fight, but how to exist as a professional, as a role model, as a human being with purpose, and as a brand. She tried that, but there's certain people who wouldn't listen. Respect the legacy. Mentor energy, Ali, Boomaye, Ali, Boomaye. It's a real fight within, people. At the end of the day, the greatest battle a fighter will ever face isn't in the ring. It's within themselves. It's the fire within. That's the real battle. Ego versus humility, pride versus patience. Go back to me being in there in the elementary school with them little kids. Pre-K, kindergarten, first, second, third, fourth, fifth. You think when them kids talking to me, I'm not like, yeah, okay, I already know this. I sit there and act, I just sit there and be quiet. Even when I was out there in the professional arena, I would sit in meetings, and 70% of the meeting, they were mostly discussing information that I up-channeled. And when they're talking about it, I didn't sit there like, oh my God, they're talking about this, I'm bored. No, you know what I do? I used to shut up. And I used to be there listening. I had my pencil in my hand, my pen in my hand, my little notebook. And while they were talking about this, the information that I up-channeled, they would be adding to it. And I'd be like, oh shit, this, oh damn, oh they're using this to do what? And I'd be jotting it down. But if you go in there like you a know-it-all, you miss all of the information, the critical points. And you walk out of there dumber than you were when you went in there. You're supposed to come out smarter. And that's what happens when the mentee doesn't know how to listen to the mentor. And the whole mentor-mentee cycle, the whole process, it fails. And the mentor can be the cause of that process to fail too. But with what we seeing in boxing today, sure hell wasn't Laila Ali. Mentorship matters. Ego versus humility, pride versus patience. Laila Ali, in my opinion, from what I've seen, she embodies balance. Strength without chaos, confidence without disrespect, legacy without arrogance. Some people need to learn that. They're all about chaos without strength, disrespect without confidence, arrogance without legacy. That's ass backwards. It's more. Almost done, okay? You want some of that? You want it? Go ahead and take it. Go ahead and take it. I'll be in there in a second, okay? It's my little man right there. Go ahead, man. He got the construction paper. He's like a little engineer. You should see the shit he makes, man. With cardboard, with wood, with tape, staples, and the glue gun. Absolutely amazing. Like he made a goddamn vending machine the other day. Me and his brothers all were sitting there watching in amazement. No one helped him. He said he went to theater. He said, "Can I take this in?" I said, "Go ahead." 2 hours later, he opened up, come look. The man had made a damn vending machine. He had strings, he had these little drawers you could push and the money fall down. It was crazy. A little 8-year-old mind. So when you get there, you got to cultivate it. It's like a mentor-mentee relationship, right? Although that's my children. I mean, you don't have to, someone, it could be family members or non-family members. So that relationship can exist across the board with any and everyone. But I just think if more fighters embrace that example, man, strength without chaos, confidence without disrespect, legacy without arrogance, I think boxing wouldn't just be about belts and money. It'd be about principle and power. True greatness isn't loud. It's not loud. It doesn't brag. It doesn't beg for validation. It moves with quiet authority, just like Laila Ali. It's like Terrence Crawford. Just like a lot of these champions. Look at even Anthony Joshua. Look at Usyk. Lomachenko, how he used to move. Even Devin Haney don't really talk nothing crazy. Devin Haney's done a lot. Teofimo talk, but not really, nobody really make the kind of noise like some people. Most of these cats, they don't say nothing. They move quiet with authority because they know. Just like Laila Ali. So to every young fighter out there, remember, a mentor like Laila Ali isn't competition, should never be competition. If you made it that way, then you dropped the ball. Because a lot of people will more than likely have lost respect for you and you can't get it back because you disrespected the Ali legacy. How are you going to try to get rid of a legacy? You're trying to supplant the legacy. Get the hell out of here. She's a mirror reflection what you could be if you're willing to learn, listen, and lead with love for the sport. Very, very, very simple. Yo, man, y'all keep cool. About to go pick up my son from school. They have basketball practice. Yo, I'm in the breeze.